Hello class, I will just discuss one or two small topics with you. I hope the video which I sent, the revision video which I sent is helping you somehow and you are able to make sense out of it. Uh, but as I told you that you need to also solve the questions. Unless you solve the questions, I don't think this revision would be very, very fruitful. And you must have noticed that I've given you only the questions from the CBSE papers. So in a way, you'll be practicing the board questions also, right? I will just draw your attention to one or two small things today. I'm just sharing my screen with you so that you can understand. One topic, if you remember, we have done it. There is there are two functions. I'm just writing here. One is tell, another was sick. There are two functions. Fine. There are two functions, tell and sick. Now, what are the purpose of the tell and sick? Tell function is used to tell you where basically the pointer is. What is a pointer? Pointer means it's an imaginary, you can indicator kind of a thing which moves as the characters are read. Okay. So say if I talk about a sentence, this is HIRS. So say at any given time, I have managed to read up to this is up to is I managed to read. Fine. So we can say if I write this is HIRS and say at any given point of time, I managed to read only up to this. So you can see where my cursor is blinking exactly at the same spot. What will happen? Uh, the pointer, what I'm talking about, it's an imaginary indicator kind of a thing that will wait over there. Okay, and that will tell us how many bytes it has already crossed. Now, since we are talking about text file, in text file, what happens? Every character consume 1 byte. So we can say that if we manage to read only up to this point, okay, up to this is up to this point, if you read, then we can say that we have crossed 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth position is a space, 6, 7. So 7 bytes we have crossed. So the indicator or the pointer, what I'm talking about, will be showing a value, will be giving a value 7 if you use tell function. Fine. And seek function is used to put it exactly at certain bytes. Like if I tell you that you take the pointer or the imaginary indicator at the beginning of the file, then you got to write 60. Obviously, in connection with the file object, you have to do it 60. So seek basically will be used to place your indicator or the pointer at a particular position. But both tell and seek will work in terms of bytes, number of bytes. In terms of number of bytes, you have to mention the position and you have to understand the position. So let me show you an example. It will be verbal discussion will not make it very clear. I will just show you one small program. Earlier we have discussed this topic. You read it from the notes, but I'm showing you a small program after running it, which would help you, I'm sure. Fine. Here is my program. Uh, what happened here in this program, look at this carefully. I have opened a file in writing mode, fine, xyzw.txt. And what am I doing? I just wrote a few lines. Okay, I wrote different lines, and I gave them a line break also. Okay, in the original file, it will be written in different lines. Why in different lines? Because I'm providing with /n, new line character. Okay, and this here I asked user that if you want to continue, because we are in a loop. So if you want to continue, then you press Q or Q. Okay, in that case, the loop breaks. Otherwise, it continues. Very simple thing. And then I've closed the file here. Now, what am I doing? I'm reading the file. Look at this. I read a line. So as I told you that I wrote the file in different lines. So what will happen? I'll be able to read one line only. The first line only will be read, and then we will try to find the position f.tell. Okay, then I printed the value p. Let's see, let's run the program, and then I think I will be able to explain you better, and I can do some experiments also. So if I run the program, look at this carefully. The first line, say I wrote this is say I wrote HIRS, fine. I wanted to continue. Then I wrote another line maybe, fine. And then say I wrote another line like this, fine. Then I thought I will not continue, so I press the value Q and it quit. Now what happened? We got the result 14. Why 14? If you remember, I just read, I'm just showing you the code once again. I just read only one line, st equal to f dot read line. So that will read only first line. So look at this, after reading the first line, how many characters are there? Look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is space, 6, 7, 8 is space, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, after 12, there are two more characters. Why two more characters? Because I have given new line character, that is slash and n. So slash and n will also be recorded in the file, will also be counted. Fine, that enter or the new line character will also be counted. So it will be 14. That's why it is showing the value 14. That means your pointer is just after 14th bytes. After the 14th byte, your cursor is there. Fine. And then what I did, again, look at the code. I displayed the value p, then I did again read line, fine. Oh sorry, I just wanted to print st dot read line. Okay, another line we have read and we have printed st. So if I read another line, so what is my next line? Next line was tomorrow is 15th August, so that line will be read. So if I now print, obviously tomorrow is 15th August will be printed. So by the same logic, now my imaginary pointer, watch it very, very carefully. We have finished reading the first line. We have finished reading the second line. So my cursor should be waiting here. Exactly where the cursor is blinking, there my cursor should be there. Fine. But if I want, I can take the cursor back again to the beginning of the file. And that's what I've done by doing f.60. 60 means I'm asking the imaginary pointer to go back to byte number 0. That means at the beginning of the file, fine. And then if I print, once again, if I try to read, uh, with this variable st, one line, again, I read only one line. So if I print with this message going back st, so what will happen? Well, again, the first line will be printed. So look at this. In the output also going back, again, this is HIRS is printed. Okay. I'm showing you a small experiment here. Say I made it 2 instead of 6, 0. Then I think it will be making your understanding clear. Now you run. Now you will see it will place the pointer after byte number 2. So as a result, we managed to display basically the first line, right? So the first two characters of this is, our first line was this is HIRS. So the first two characters, that is T, this, T and H, these two characters will not appear. Fine. So look at this, enter a line. So if I give the same value once again, say I wrote this is HIRS, okay, and I wrote then again I wrote the same thing. Now watch it out carefully. Look at this. It did not print this is, it print is because TH is missing from here, because you placed the cursor or the imaginary pointer exactly after 2 bytes. That means after T and H. So from there, if it start printing, you know, then it will be is HIRS. So as a result, we got is HIRS, right? So this tell and seek, these two functions might be important for you in terms of output based problems. This kind of output based problems I did not find any, but yes, with the earlier syllabus with C++, this was there. Fine. So I guess I have a feeling that in the long run, they might give you some output problems based on these two functions. Fine. Now you read the notes once, I think it will be clear to you. In the notes, it was explained very nicely. So read the notes. I don't think there will be any problem. Fine. I'm ending the video here.